네, 다음 세션도 NFT 관련해서 이야기를 나눌 텐데요. 다음의 연사를 모셔보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 다음으로는요, 바이비트 NFT의 BD 리드이신 제니정님께서 발표를 해주시겠습니다. 네, 무대 위로 오실게요.
Hello everybody, my name is Jenny and I am the BD lead of Bybit NFT Marketplace. Today I want to share the NFT regional market research with all of you. So you can win in every market. Just kidding. To find the right region for your project. Just now, just like Andy has mentioned, it is very important you find the right region that with the right jurisdictions and regulations, friendly regulations, right? And when you are doing a new project, it is also important for you to find a suitable, appropriate market. Like if you are in Korea, maybe K-pop contents will be good. And if you are in Japan, maybe anime and IP related like Pokemon and Doraemon, those kind of stuff will be popular. And if you are in Southeast Asia, GameFi will be the thing. Okay, so let's get it started. We can see from 2020, July from 2020, NFT has been the thing. Everybody's been talking about NFT. We can see it on the news a lot, and even became the annual award, the word of 2021 for Google. So everybody's searching about it. Like people are not sure, like what is NFT? Why is a piece of JPG can be sold for like millions of dollars? People don't understand. And now we can see there is a prediction that the market size will keep on growing in this decade, and it will reach to 231 billion in 2030. So we're still now at the very early stage. I know it's the bear market now. So many people got concerned, like, if I get into NFT now, will that be a bad timing? I'll say bear market is for the builders. So it's a good timing for you to start up because all the big giants are into NFT. We can see Kakao is in NFT, Lion is in NFT, and all the fashion brand from Louis Vuitton to like a lot of Adidas, like they're in NFT. All the smart people are in NFT, so no worries. Bear market is just, it will stay for a while, but for a long term, it still got a bright future. And we have predicted that in the next decade, NFT will still be very popular and keep on growing. And in the global market, we expect Asia Pacific market to be the fastest growing market. And later I'll explain why. And there are many types of NFTs. NFTs, is fundamental. It's actually a digital ownership of a digital asset. So everything can be turned into an NFT. It can be a piece of music, it can be a movie, it can be an anime, it can be a picture, it can be art, it can be anything. It's just a proof that this digital asset belongs to you. In current market situation in 2021 and 2022, we can see the collectibles and PFPs. They are the main trend. But we also see a growth in game assets and the utility NFTs. There are a lot of new ideas coming out. Like back in 2020, like all the NFTs, 90% of them, they are PFPs. The apes, punks, they're all like kind of like meme culture, right? But now we see like big gaming companies get into the picture, and they're releasing their Web3 game, on-chain game, which is pretty cool. So this industry grow really, really fast. And we can see a lot of utility NFTs. I know many of you not familiar with the word utility NFTs. For example, a pass can be an NFT. Let's say there's a K-pop star who is really famous and who has like millions of fans around the globe, and he can release a pass NFT, which is kind of like the fan club membership. So people with the pass NFT can maybe have Zoom call with him and have a more accessibility to his like latest news, and he will airdrop like special gifts for those pass holders. That's one of the utilities. And there are also many other utility NFTs such as DID, digital ID, and there are many more. So we are seeing the market is getting more and more colorful. It's not like only the PFP. So there are more things in NFT. So you can think outside of the box and bring in new things into NFT. And we can see in current state, North America is still leading the market. But we can see a faster growth on the Asian market. So we assume in the next 4 years, Asia will be a big driving force for NFT. Of course, for the success of an NFT project, you need really strong social media. We know all the NFT projects, they're on Twitter, right? So, and you need to build community, and you need to, let your fan know about you and keep them engaged. And many of the NFTs, they issue tokens. Just like Bored Ape, they issue tokens. So they use their token as an incentive in their ecosystem. So this whole thing, the NFT market, is getting more and more interesting. So from the very beginning, when it first started as a meme NFT, just a picture, then it includes more and more assets types. And now we even have like financing, lending, leasing for NFTs. So it will be like more and more fun. And the trends in 2022, we can see more and more asset types. I'll jump the user and price. The price, 50% of the transactions are under $200 is because it's a bear market. But in early of this year, like many of the NFTs, they're selling at like tens of ETH. So we can, when the market goes back, we can see the price will be bouncing back too. The asset types, the popular asset types includes digital art, music, game assets, and collectibles, sports, like NBA Top Shop, memes. There are like so many like really interesting meme like doodles, domain names, which is the DID, digital ID, and virtual fashion. Like you can try on the latest fashion in Paris in the metaverse with NFTs, which is really cool. I see many of the Korean projects are entering into this virtual fashion industry. I see many good projects such as Altava, and also like a tweet can be an NFT, like a ticket can be an NFT, like pop, like a proof of your attendance of a meeting can be an NFT. So the range of NFT is really wide. Yeah, let's go to the next one. So from now on, I'll like do a few market research on a few region and countries. So because those countries are the hottest, so we did a research on them. First is Russian. For Russia, like game is really big, and cryptocurrency is really big. Obviously, we know why, because there's a war going on, and the fiat money is not stable. So a lot of people turn to cryptocurrency. So we can see 7% of the country population they hold cryptocurrency. So it's huge in Russia. And many of them also play games. So game assets, NFT is also a huge trend in Russia. The biggest players in Russia are OpenSea and Rarible. We can see huge growth they're having on Russia. Oh, and one very local NFT marketplace. It's called VK. It's just like the Telegram in Russia. They have 350 million users. I never used this app, but it seems like it's huge. I asked many of my Russian friends, they all using it. And this VK, they're having their own NFT marketplace. And they're having a huge ambition because they're a local social media, so I guess they will be successful. So they just announced this February. And we can see in Russia, like they're having a lot of new innovations on NFT. Just like the Russian National Museum, they're having their NFT collaboration with BNB. They are turning many of their digital arts into NFTs. Like each art only have two pieces of NFT. One is for auction, the other one they will display in the museum. And each one of the NFT, they have the signature of the artist. So which is pretty cool and a huge success. And there are many local artists in Russia that are modern artists, and they're also very aggressive, and they're very active on OpenSea. We can see many of their works. Here I did a little example, because this one has been sold in 3.5 ETH each, and now the price is around 5,000. Impressive. And in Russia, like I mentioned previously, Russia is a huge game market. So crypto is huge, the game is huge, which means game asset is also huge there. They have a lot of like really good game developers and gamers in Russia. So GameFi is a big thing there. And we can see they are downloading a lot of games. The top 10 or the most popular games in Russia, they are action, like fighting game, card game, action game. So like if you're doing GameFi in those areas, will be popular in Russia. So shooting game, ledger game will be popular in Russia. And modern arts are like well accepted in Russia. The good thing about the Russian market is this market knows crypto well. 7% of the population has the cryptocurrency, so it's a good place to start your business, to start your NFT without a lot of market education. Like if you're going to Africa, you need to let them know like what is a decentralized wallet and what is cryptocurrency. In Russia, you can skip that part. So for Russian market, ledger games and modern art is the thing. And now we come to the Ukraine market. Ukraine market used to be like small, but from last year, it suddenly became a thing because of the war. There are a lot of like arts about the, on post-war arts. So like many artists, they are showing their support to Ukraine. So they're creating a lot of artworks on OpenSea, saying they are against the war, and they are really popular and been sold for a very high price, which is from like 2021 and till now, there is still going on. Post-war art and also art fundraising. we can see a CryptoPunk that worth about 200K US dollar being donated to Ukraine to support them against the war. And there are also Ukraine DAO, which is really the news, on the news every day, right? And because of the war, Ukraine has catch the eye of the world, and many NFTs just occurred within the recent year. And also, game is big in Ukraine. Although there's a war between Ukraine and Russia, but they have a similar taste game. They all like the ledger game and shooting game. So like GameFi is also huge. A huge percentage of population, they are game developers. And besides OpenSea, Rarible, LuxRare, those international brands, NFT Market is doing well in Ukraine. Why? Because they are doing some broadcasting in Ukraine. And broadcasting is really popular. So people see the broadcasting and they started to get educated on NFT Market. Oh, what is an NFT? And how I can earn money on NFT? And then they started to invest. I think that's a very good method to use your influence on Web 2 and convert the users from Web 2 to Web 3. So NFT Market, they're quite popular in Ukraine. And we can see they also have some like marketing moves, like they are blocking their Russian users and showing their support to Ukraine. And that also wins the heart of the Ukraine people. And the summary of Ukraine market, basically they are the post-war art, NFT, and the DAOs. All kinds of DAOs that post-war and support Ukraine. And the game market is also big. Ukraine and Russia, they have the similar game taste. They all like the shooting game and the ledger game, card game. And next is the Japanese market. When we think of Japan, we think of Pokemon, we think of Sailor Moon, we think of Doraemon. So Japanese market is all about IP, anime. In Japan, like most of the people, they heard of NFT. It's on the news all the time. The media cover a lot of NFT news, and half of the population understand what is an NFT. But the number of NFT holders are low, so they're watching. They're still, considering. I know what is an NFT, but I haven't buy yet. They are in very early stage, but in Japan, the environment for NFT is really good. As we talked previously, they have the best IPs in the world. So they have a really, really good fundamental for the NFTs. And Lion has opened its own NFT marketplace, and so does the CoinCheck Exchange, which is one of the biggest exchange in Japan. And there are some leading players in Japanese NFT market. The first is Record. They have many good IPs. So they launch a lot of IP NFTs. That is their thing. And CoinCheck Exchange, they don't have a lot of NFTs, just like OpenSea. They only launch really limited number of NFTs, but they only launch the big names like a Sandbox, Decentraland. They only launch those big projects. And we also have Rakuten NFT. They have some collaboration with Ultraman, and they have their huge success on the collaboration with the Football League, NFT J League. So they're doing really good. Oh, sorry. Okay. And Lion is the KakaoTalk in Japan. everybody's using Line in Japan. And they also had their own, they also opened their own NFT marketplace. So you can buy your Lion Friends NFT on the Lion NFT marketplace. They are still very new, but they are doing good. And there are also many more NFT studios there. So I can say that Japanese market is at its very baby step. We can see those marketplace came out, they are just started. They just started and they are preparing for the next bull market. Here is a very good use case for a Japanese IP, anime IP, NFT success. First, this Astro Boy art been sold by auction for 56 million US dollars. So sorry, not US dollar, it's 56 million yen. And then it became the news, right? So everybody know about it. Oh, a piece of like picture being sold for this expensive. So it's on the news all the time, people talk about it, and then they create a NFT collection with this design, and then they do a little bit like change here and there, and developed 35 designs as a NFT collection. And until now, the second stage is still a PFP. But then they started to develop games, card games, and they started to do like online, offline events, and then it became a NFT phenomena, and then it's a real big success. So this is the standard process for a Japanese IP to become popular. First, you have some news, like whether it's a really expensive auction or it's a collaboration with the celebrity. You have some big news. People started to look at it, and then you launch a NFT collection, and then you attach more utilities to this NFT, like games or like more benefits and utility to the NFT collection. And in Japan is also a big market for games, but this market is a little bit different from the Russia and Ukraine. In here, people they don't play the shooting game or fighting game. They like the role-playing games, and they like to play their games on their mobile phone. And also the sport. We know Japanese people, they like horse riding, they like football. So sport NFT is also a good direction, but people are talking about it a lot, but not many people bought it yet. Why? Because they are like a very careful. Japanese people are very careful, so we still need a little bit more time, to convert them into real NFT holders. And metaverse and SocialFi. There is a really good example. There is a metaverse platform called Cluster. They have achieved 1 million downloads. And in 2022, 83,000 people have participated in their avatar sales. So in a Japanese market, of course, IP, especially the anime IP, is the key, and people love it. So if you can utilize this part, you will be successful. And here, game is also big, but it's a little bit different from Russia and Ukraine. They like the role-play game. They like the experience, the journey. You grow your NFT, you grow your character in the game. So if you plan to do a GameFi in Japan, maybe you can consider that part. Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is growing really fast, and we all know why. It's because of play to earn. It's because of GameFi. Before, nobody in Southeast Asia even care about crypto, but all of a sudden, everybody started to talk about crypto. And it started to become huge. It's all because of ASIC Infinity and GameFi. So it's so popular, you cannot imagine. the influence of GameFi on Southeast Asia. Take Vietnam, for example. Vietnam has become the fifth of the NFT adoption rate in the world, next to Thailand, Canada, Australia, and Brazil. Obviously, because of the play-to-earn games. They now have 2.19 million users. And they have a lot of games that blockchain games are popular there, and in all these games there are like NFT because all the game assets are naturally NFTs. And game guilds are a very, very important part in Southeast Asia because they provide scholarship, they lend NFTs to those users who cannot afford an NFT, so lowering the entry barrier for the players in Southeast Asia. And they share their profit with the players, and they train the players, so they're playing a very, very important role in Southeast Asia. And in Thailand, it's almost the same like Vietnam. GameFi is really huge. We can see the numbers. They have like more than 5 million of NFT users. Most of them, they purchase their NFT because of GameFi projects, because of the play-to-earn games. So it's really huge. And YGG is one of the leading game guilds. And there are also many more, like Murray, a good game guilds, and we have the list of the popular game guilds in Southeast Asia. They're leading the market. So Southeast Asia market, so only one thing, GameFi, GameFi, GameFi. So game assets is everything, like 1/4 of the cryptocurrency users or cryptocurrency holders, they play the GameFi, they play the game, on-chain games. And game guilds are like very influential and important in the scene. And they provide a scholarship, they build scholarship pool and give a portion of the profits. The players play the game and they share the revenue with the guild. And the DAO is doing the investment and governance of the guilds. And they also have, of course, in GameFi, you have the token incentive where the gamers and guilds can cash out. Ooh. Now, last but not the least, is South Korea. It's the most important, so I put it in the very last. In South Korea, there's one player we cannot miss, which is Clayton. Because I've been talking to a lot of local projects, they're all on Clayton. So yeah, we can see the ecosystem, Clayton has the biggest. So yeah, if you plan to work in Korea, maybe you should like consider like which ecosystem you want to join in. Like you want to join the Clayton ecosystem or the WeMade, Yeah, in Korea, this market is very special. 80% of the Korean on-chain games belong to a certain game economy or aggregator, such as WeMade, Netmarble, or NeoViz. There's a little picture here. And most of the games in Korea, the on-chain games, are reformed from the traditional games. So it's done by the professionals. So it's playable. And many of the games in South Asia is only for making money. But in Korea, it's more like play and earn, not play to earn. It's play and earn. I really like the concept. In Korea, art is also a big part. Here, I take 3 examples. Those are kind of like the outstanding Korean art, digital art that's been successful on the market. You guys can take a look. I will not explain further from here. And when we talk about Korea, then we think of K-pop. We think of the fan economy. And actually, all the big players, they're aiming into it. Like Bybit is working with BTS, and they have signed their contract. They're gonna release their NFT collaboration NFT really fast. And there are many TV drama, anime, and celebrities. They are also, interested in like releasing their own NFT as a fan club membership or as a special gift for their fans. So it can engage the celebrity and the fans, and bring them closer. And there's one thing that Korean NFT is doing a lot. They are bringing their IP to the Southeast Asia, especially the K-pop. But when they are bringing their IPs to the Southeast Asia, they're facing a lot of problems, like the price is really low, and there's not many innovations. There are only music and TV drama, and NFT opens another door, and NFT gives them more options. So for Korean market, the most important thing is, of course, IP-related assets, like K-pop, like our anime, and games. The GameFi here in Korea is of really high quality because it's all been made by the traditional Web2 giants. So the quality is good, and in Korea, Clayton plays a very important part. And there are many good, strong game IPs, giving out very good game assets. So in conclusion, when you choose your marketing strategy and operation strategy in different regions, you need to use different strategy, and you need to choose the right product. I think the time is up, so I'll just wrap up here. So thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
네, 제니 정님 정말 감사드립니다. 오늘 이 강연을 위해서 정말 많은 자료를 준비해 주셨어요. 부디 원하시던 바가 다 잘 전달됐길 바랍니다.